squad engaging Yellow House. Squad!
У меня нет бинта, есть у кого запасной.
at 315 to 8. Target is surrounded by multiple personnel carrying small arms, entering.
isn't this danger?
Which building is it, sir? It's that tall one at 1 o'clock.
Which building? The one at 1 o'clock. Hey, Dave, which one is it? Is it the one on the left or the right?
The one on the left.
Hey, isn't this danger close?
Oh, Lord! We've linked up with the SEALs on the rooftop and are heading out. Interrogative. Has the Washington Monument site been evacuated? Over.
Hunter, this is Dagger 2-1. We are in position at the LZ on the rooftop. What's your status?
Negative 2-1. They're still pinned down by infantry.
On the rooftop. What's your status?
On our way! We've linked up with the SEALs on the rooftop and are heading out. Interrogative. Has the Washington Monument site been evacuated? Over.
Negative 2-1. They're still pinned down by infantry and light armor from the World War II Memorial. Doesn't look good from here. Over.
Copy, Overlord. We'll do what we can from the air. Out!
Stinger missile in that turret to the west.
Team, I saw a couple of Stingers on the roof of Nate's. Nice work. We're sitting on a stockpile of enemy munitions. We'll dig in and burn through their ammo. Out. Ramirez, get on that sniper rifle. Scan for targets to the south of the Washington Monument.
All call signs on this.
Left on the southwest corner.
Overlord copies all. The evac site at the Washington Monument reports several transports.
We'll dig in and burn through their ammo. Out. Ramirez, get on that sniper rifle. Scan for targets to the